What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here with your second stimulus check update and third stimulus check update. Going forward, we will be talking about the possibility of a third stimulus check. Joe Biden has already said that they are going to pass multiple stimulus checks until the pandemic is over. They're going to start writing the bill on that here shortly, as they're trying to pass it as soon as Joe Biden comes in Inauguration Day. In addition to that, we'll be going over the details of the second stimulus check, the delivery times, more details, kind of a lot of things that are misunderstood, and more details that are coming forward as the 5,500 page stimulus package bill is kind of being more understood. But first, don't forget to give this video a like down below. It really helps out our channel. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on new videos. My wife and I do all the research for you on the second stimulus check and the third stimulus check and related news, so you don't have to. First, let's hear from Senator Bernie Sanders on this stimulus package and more going forward.
Senator, thank you so much for joining us. You've said the relief bill is not adequate. I know you push for more money for direct payments to Americans who are in desperate need right now. In your view, why does this deal fall short?
It falls short, Wolf, because this country today is facing the worst set of crises that we have faced in the modern history of this country. I mean, as we speak, you're looking at tens of millions of families that face eviction from their homes because they lost their jobs, they have no income. You're looking at a record level of hunger in the United States of America. We got over 90 million people who are uninsured or underinsured in the midst of the worst pandemic in the modern history of our country. And you see poverty rising very, very significantly. So with all of those crises out there, what we needed was a major, major response to tell the working families of this country who are struggling to keep their families in place, we hear their pain and we are responding. Now, this bill, to be honest, has a lot of very important stuff in it. I mean, we worked very hard. I worked with Senator Hawley to make sure there would be direct payments. I wanted $1,200. We ended up with $600, which for a family of four, the average family of four, will be $2,400. Will that help? Yes, it will. Is it enough? No, it is not. We managed to extend unemployment for another 11 weeks at a supplement of $300 on top of normal unemployment. Is that enough? No, it should have been for 4 months, and that number should have been higher. We provided zero financial aid to states and localities all over this country who are suffering devastating financial problems, which will mean they have to lay off firemen and police officers and teachers and so forth and so on. So this is a step forward. It is better than nothing, but it is nowhere near, in my view, where it should be going. And I should say, I very much look forward to when President Biden is in office, that immediately, first thing he has got to do is to address this crisis and figure out a way as to how we can provide help to so many families facing economic devastation.
A lot will depend, of course, on who wins those two Senate runoff seats, whether the Democrats are the majority in the Senate or the Republicans, as you know a lot better than I do. Senator, when can Americans expect to finally receive those much-needed stimulus checks that you fought to secure?
According to Secretary Mnuchin, if people have the direct deposit capabilities, that money could be in their accounts within a week or two. Depending on the state in which you are living, unemployment help will get out sooner or later. I think this time around the states should do better than they did the first time we were dealing with unemployment. So in terms of the direct payments of $600, that money should be going out quite soon. And I can tell you that families in Vermont and all over this country desperately need that help.
Yeah, there are so many millions of Americans who are now in poverty because of the pandemic, simply are having trouble feeding their kids, simply having trouble paying the rent. They desperately need this assistance, and that's an important statement indeed.
As you heard him there, those two Senate seats that are going to be determined on January 5th will determine whether the Senate will be Republican or Democrat. If it does turn Democrat, both of those seats, and the Democrats have control of the Senate, they will likely pass multiple stimulus packages and multiple stimulus checks without any Republican approval at all, even though some Republicans will still vote for it because, there's some Republicans that don't want to spend any money at all. And then there's a lot more Republicans that are kind of more towards the middle, such as Senator Josh Hawley. If the Republicans do win one of the two seats at least, then we expect a compromise, which Senator Mitch McConnell, majority leader, has already said he knows that there's going to be more stimulus packages starting as early as January. He knows that's the Biden administration's number one priority, and he's already willing to compromise on those. And that's why he's asking for these liability protections. Remember, they didn't include the state and city local money and the liability protections in this bill. So that'll have to be in the next bill, along with another round of stimulus checks, another round of the eviction moratorium, because that only goes until January 31st. I don't think Biden and the administration are going to want that to lapse at all, because there'll be a huge amount of evictions if they do let that lapse, and they'll have to pass a stimulus package to get that to go forward, because the current eviction moratorium only goes until January 31st now. Let me try to address some more of your questions. Direct checks are $600 per person and children under the age of 17. So $600 for one person. If you're a couple, two people, $1,200. If you're a family of four, say two adults and two children, $2,400. If you're a family of five, $3,000. We do expect these to start going out sooner. I will keep you updated, as well as the IRS Get My Payment tool when they update that. If you need to update your information or anything like that, we will be going through that when they do this. Remember, President Donald Trump has not actually passed this bill yet. It has not gone to his desk yet. I will keep you updated on that. It has passed in the Senate and the House, and President Donald Trump needs to sign that. I will keep you updated on that. Also, it looks like if child support is owed, that check can be garnished just like it was last time. Whether it is or not will obviously depend on your certain circumstance, but it does look like child support can be garnished and basically paid to the person it is owed to. However, states and cities cannot, and local federal and local governments and basically creditors are not able to garnish the stimulus check this time around. So basically, it can only be garnished if it's owed to another person through child support. We have the PPP and EIDL loans, which I will be talking about with you guys in an upcoming episode, where you guys might be able to claim a $1,000 stimulus check per person if you have any type of side business at all, or a PPP grant, which is a forgivable grant, which actually is up to $150,000, and it's a simplified forgiveness program. So I will be going over that in upcoming episodes. $300 per week unemployment boost until mid-March. There is no retroactive portion of this at all, unfortunately. And again, I expect the Biden administration to extend that past March in the either January or February upcoming stimulus packages. Also, there's $25 billion in rental assistance for the stimulus program. This is in addition to states and cities that are passing rental assistance. I know a lot of you guys got your rent paid for 2, 3, 4 months. Some of you guys got $5,000. There is rent relief in this package that I will be helping you claim once it becomes available. It looks like first priorities, people that can, get it first, are incomes of households that don't exceed 50% of their area's median income. So basically below the halfway mark of the income for your household. Or if anybody is unemployed in your household, there's one person unemployed, that can also move you to the front of the line. Also, let me bring you another state that is passing rent assistance right now. Oregon state lawmakers just passed a new stimulus package in the state of Oregon, which has rent assistance to the tune of $150 million fund to help landlords and tenants who are unable to pay their rent. The measure would allow landlords to seek 80% of their unpaid rent and basically will pay several months of rent assistance or your rent or your mortgage for in the state of Oregon. I will be keeping you guys updated with more states and more cities that are passing rent assistance and stimulus checks and stimulus package on the state level like this going forward. Also, a lot of our fans have been asking what's going to happen with this channel and about my second channel called The Daily Dirt. I'll link you to that here at the end of this video so you can join that channel also so you don't miss out on new updates or I'm sorry, new videos with The Daily Dirt. My wife's going to be hosting some of those videos too. That's going to be an interesting channel to see going forward. This channel is obviously going to focus on the second stimulus check that's coming out and the third stimulus check that they're going to pass literally probably next month in January. Now that the election's over, there's really not that much to kind of hold the two sides apart. Remember, they passed only about 350 billion new dollars in this last stimulus package. Most of this money was from unused stimulus money from previous. And even if the Democrats don't win both Senate seats, they only need a few votes in the Senate from Republicans to pass the next stimulus package. We're only talking about a handful of people that they need from the Republican side, like Josh Hawley. There's more than enough people to pass a bill like that, another bill in January. The Democrats can pass the bill on their own in the House without any Republican support. This bill that just passed yesterday night, that literally had overwhelmingly support. I think the Senate vote was 93 to 6 or something like that. I don't have the exact numbers in this, but literally over 90% of the people voted yes on this stimulus package. And everybody's saying they're already talking about it, that they know more is going to come. You heard Bernie Sanders say immediately after Joe Biden is inaugurated, which at this point is only less than 4 weeks away. So we're going to get the second stimulus check out. We have more states and cities that are passing stimulus. Then we're going to be talking about the third stimulus check and the third stimulus package, as that's literally only weeks away. The Biden administration has made it their top priority, and they will be able to pass stuff like this, just like Trump was able to pass the border wall funding. Even though the Democrats hated it, they made it one of their top priorities, and they got the money passed. They actually got multiple iterations of that money because when an administration makes it their top priority, they always find a way to do it. And with Biden having a good working relationship with Joe Biden, or with Biden and having a good working relationship with Mitch McConnell, I really don't see that much of a kind of like I'm going to force you to pass this, kind of like we had with Trump forcing the border wall funding, because they have a good working relationship. And remember, even if they do win one of the Senate seats, the Republicans, they're only going to need a few votes in the Senate to pass this. That won't be hard at all. If they don't win either of the Senate seats, the Democrats can pass this bill completely on their own, and there will probably multiple stimulus packages passed. Once all the stimulus news is done on this channel, we'll probably be focusing on building your wealth and interesting topics like that, helping you guys go forward, into kind of out of the pandemic. And then on our other channel, we'll still be covering the Daily Dirt. So this top video is my newest stimulus check video on this channel, and this bottom video is my newest video on the Daily Dirt, our second channel, which my wife will be hosting. Make sure to click that, watch that, and subscribe to that channel. Turn the bell notification on that channel, as we don't have a set time. This way you'll just get notifications and know when we go live on that channel. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video.